Good evening. This meeting of the City Council is hereby called to order. If everybody would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
McHale.
Here.
Budmats.
Present.
O'Brien.
Here.
Veneziano's absent. Bessesi.
Here.
Reyes.
Here.
Sunoika.
Here.
With 6 present and 1 absent, there is a quorum this evening. Therefore, members of the audience are reminded that these proceedings are being videotaped for current and future broadcast over the city's cable television channel. The first order of business this evening is to approve minutes from the 2 previous meetings. December 13th, 2022, Committee of the Whole meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved, Madam Mayor.
And
Second.
Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions to these minutes? Seeing none, the question is, shall the minutes be approved? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it, and the minutes are approved. The second, December 20th, 2022, City Council meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve these minutes?
So moved.
And a second? Alderman Budmats? Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions to the minutes? Seeing none, the question is, shall the minutes be approved? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those say nay. The ayes have it, and the minutes are approved. There is no motion to deviate for this meeting. There is no mayor's report this evening. Are there any ward reports this evening? None? Okay, we'll move on. The meeting will be open to the public for 20 minutes. There are no signatories on the list, so we are going to go ahead and move on to pending ordinances and resolutions. All right. Okay, the first ordinance, number 23-1, to amend Chapter 102 taxation of the Code of Ordinances in order to amend the restaurant tax incentive and the retail home rule sales tax incentive. This is the second reading. Is there a motion to adopt this ordinance?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Reyes. Is there any discussion on this? No. Seeing none, the question is, shall the ordinance be adopted? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Sunoika.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and 1 opposed, this ordinance is adopted. The next item on the agenda is the ordinances for first reading. Excuse me. Ordinance number 23-00, adopt various amendments to the City of Rolling Meadows Code of Ordinances up for first reading. Is there a motion to consider this ordinance for first reading?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Bessesi. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the question is, shall the ordinance be moved forward for second reading? Will the clerk please call the roll?
McHale.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Sunoika.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and no one opposed, this ordinance will be moved forward for second reading. On to new business. Motion to approve the payment of bills on warrant for January 10th, 2023. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. And the second? Alderman Budmats for the second. Thank you. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the question is, shall the warrant be approved? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Budmats.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Sunoika.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes. With 6 in favor and none opposed, the warrant is adopted. On to consent resolutions. The next item on the agenda is the consent resolutions. It consists of 5 items, D through H. Does any alderman wish to remove any items from the consent agenda for resolutions? Alderman O'Brien. Go ahead.
Item H, please.
Item H. Anybody else? Okay. So the chair declares that in order for one motion to consider the 4 resolutions and one motion without debate, is there such a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Sonoyka. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. All right. D, Resolution 2, or number 23-R-1, authorize a contract providing forestry maintenance services for fiscal year 2023 to R.W. Hendrickson in a not-to-exceed amount of $73,500. Resolution number 23-R-02, approve the fiscal year 2023 motor fuel tax appropriations for public works street maintenance operations. Item F, Resolution number 23-R03, authorize the City of Rolling Meadows restaurant incentive for Phoenix Flame Restaurant located at 3240 Kirchhoff Road. Resolution number 23-R-4, authorize the City of Rolling Meadows restaurant incentive for Kong Dog Restaurant located at 1649 West Algonquin Road. The question is, shall the resolutions be adopted? Will the clerk please call the roll?
O'Brien.
Yes.
Bessesi.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Sunoika.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes.
Bud Matts.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and 0 opposed, the resolutions are adopted. Okay. Okay, so item H was pulled. Resolution number 23R-5, authorize the purchase from Motorola Solutions for two Panasonic WatchGuard in-car video systems for the Rolling Meadows Police Department. I'm going to ask for a motion and a second to approve the resolution.
So moved.
And a second?
Second?
Thank you. And Alderman O'Brien, you asked for this resolution to be pulled, so have
Great.
at it.
Thanks, Mayor Pro Temp McHale. Just wanted to let the council share a discussion that I had with Rob and Chief Nowacki earlier today regarding this. Certainly in full support of it. The conversation we had is based on all the discussion that the council's had, knowing the body cams are coming as a state law in 2025 and the significant cost that would be. Just connected with Chief, and it was confirmed, obviously, during the analysis that'll be being done this year by the police department, is there's a lot of integration points, is what we've been seeing in the industry, and obviously they're the experts on it. But body cams regarding, I guess my question was that we spoke about is just making sure as we're going through the analysis on this that we're purchasing these through Motorola, but if we buy body cams through Company X and other technology at the time, that if there's any integration to make sure that we're leveraging potentially for cost savings as well, if we buy all from a manufacturer, and they confirmed this actually what we're doing now is a cost savings as we retrofit the 2 squad cars with this. So just wanted to, for transparency to my peers, that was a question I talked with Rob and Chief about earlier today.
Anybody else? Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. Seeing no further comments on this question, shall the resolution be adopted? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Bessesi.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Sunoika.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes.
Bud Matts.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and none opposed, the resolution is adopted. So that brings us to other business and reports. There is no mayor's appointments this evening. There's no proclamations this evening. There is no city clerk's report this evening. So that brings us to city staff reports. And one on the list is community items of interest. And I'm going to defer to Manager Sabo.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem McHale. Good evening, City Council. As of January 3rd, the City of Rolling Meadows Community Development Department has launched a new online platform for permits, inspections, licenses, and more. Using the new Citizen Self-Service portal, residents and businesses will now be able to check the status of permits, request inspections, apply for new business and rental licenses, renew business and rental licenses, and apply for zoning relief, all online. Visit cityrm.org for more details. For questions on how to use the system and navigating, please call 847-506-6030, or you may email cd@cityrm.org. The city's annual Holiday Light Recycling Program is taking place until February 7th. Holiday lights, extension cords, and power strips can be dropped into the collection boxes outside of City Hall here at 3600 Kirchhoff Road. Please remove all garland, greenery, plastic bags, cardboard, or plastic before recycling. The January newsletter can be found on the city website. Please visit cityrm.org and click on the News and Views tab. And as a reminder, city administrative offices will be closed on Monday, January 16th in observance of the Martin Luther King Jr. Day holiday. There will be no delay to refuse and recycling pickups during the week of January 16th. All refuse and recycling pickups will occur on the regularly scheduled day. Wishing everyone a very meaningful MLK Day. That's it for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Manager Sabo. On to December 2022 new business reports. Martha Corder.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. We, in fact, have 11 new businesses during the month of December. Among them is the new martial arts studio, HK Taekwondo in Rolling Meadows Shopping Center, Barbecue Chicken at the Plum Grove Road Shopping Center, and Ding Tea, which is a bubble tea provider at 2226 Algonquin Road.
Great. All sounds great. Thank you. And then the Committee of the Whole draft agenda for January 17th, 2023. Manager Sabo.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Currently listed on the agenda is a discussion item on tobacco licensing. At this time, we are going to be moving that item onto the February Committee of the Whole agenda in order to allow staff who are going to be presenting it to attend. In addition, looking ahead into the February Committee of the Whole, we are planning to bring a policy discussion to the council regarding cameras at key entry points to handle crime as a crime prevention mechanism that is being evaluated regionally by different police departments. So that'll be a conversation that we're going to bring to the council in February and see council's feedback and input on pursuing potentially as a way to reduce and be more proactive on catching stolen vehicles as they come into the community. That said, with no other items on the January Committee of the Whole agenda, we likely will be canceling the Committee of the Whole meeting next week. At this time, that's all for the Committee of the Whole meeting. Thank you.
Don't be too excited. All right, and that brings us to number 4, January 24th City Council draft agenda. Manager Sabo.
Thank you. Currently, 2 items listed on the agenda. The second reading from this evening's code amendments on the ordinance relating to various amendments, as well as bringing back a discussion and direction from the PZC related to the regulation of tobacco, vape, and CBD shops. There are additional resolutions that I know my staff colleagues are currently working on that will likely end up on the agenda, and the agenda itself will be posted in accordance with the Open Meetings Act prior to the meeting date. That's all for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we're moving on to matters not on the agenda. Are there any matters not on the agenda this evening? No? Okay. Then I would like to entertain a motion to go into closed session under Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act regarding personnel. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Znoika. And a second?
Second?
Thank you, Alderman O'Brien. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Bessesi.
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Sunoika.
Yes.
McHale.
Yes.
Bud Matts.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
With 6 in favor and 0 opposed, we will now enter into closed session. The audience and press are advised that we do not anticipate taking any action upon returning to open session. Thank you very much, and this meeting is adjourned.
13 minutes.
Good.